You ever wonder why soldiers break?
I mean, they're in one of the most stressful situations imaginable. They're in combat. Someone's trying to kill them, and they have to make life or death decisions every single day. So it's natural to wonder, how the hell do they keep their shit together? And more importantly, why is it that some soldiers break while others don't?
Well, there are a lot of factors that go into it. But the most important thing to remember is that soldiers aren't superhuman. They're just people.
People who happen to be under a lot of stress.
In fact, studies have shown that soldiers are actually more likely to break down when they're under extreme stress.
Just like anyone else. In a study conducted by the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research, researchers found that soldiers were more likely to experience mental health problems, including depression, anxiety, and PTSD after returning from combat. The study, which was published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology, found that soldiers who were exposed to more combat stress were more likely to develop these mental health problems.
But not all soldiers end up with mental health problems after combat.
In fact,
most soldiers return from combat without any significant mental health problems.
So what's the difference between those who do break and those who don't? Well, it all has to do with resilience. Resilience is the ability to adapt to and recover from adversity. It's the ability to bounce back from a setback and keep moving forward. And it turns out that resilience is the most important factor in determining whether or not a
soldier will break under combat stress. Soldiers who are more resilient are better able to cope with stress and adversity.
They have the ability to reframe negative thoughts and emotions in a positive light. They're also able to build on their strengths and the strengths of their comrades. And they're able to maintain a sense of hope and optimism even in the darkest of times. It's not that soldiers who lack resilience don't try. It's just that they don't have the skills and abilities to effectively cope with stress. They may try to escape the stress, but avoidance only makes things worse in the long run. Or they may try to fight the stress, but if they don't have the right skills and training, they'll eventually burn out. The good news is that resilience can be learned. Even soldiers who have never had any formal training in resilience can learn the skills and abilities they need to be more resilient. It just takes some time and practice.
So, the next time you see a soldier, whether they're in uniform or not, remember that they're just people.
People who happen to be trained to deal with some of the worst situations that life can throw at them. They're not superhuman. They're just people who have learned the skills and abilities to deal with adversity. And that's something that we can all learn from them.